I am really struggling today, so I have to talk about it. Um, we're meant to become authentic. That's what we keep hearing. But for me, that's been challenging because I've done something that is so difficult for others to believe, and I kept holding it back because I didn't want to talk about it because I'm so introverted. I've always been that way and a little fearful. And I was that way my entire life. But I've done something extraordinary. When I started receiving Wilhelm in 1989, I had no clue as to what I was going to do. I was doing automatic writing. I was just sitting down and receiving information. And then proceeded to move through my life, going through every kind of challenge and difficulty and horrible thing you can imagine. But then somehow, miraculously, they started changing. And it started coming about where I was healing, and I was performing mind-body healing, and it was just something I couldn't explain. And I kept it hidden for the longest time. Then I was told that I was given all of this information for this transformative time in our world, and this work could help any person become who they're meant to be, and that I had a message that I received for them on their birthday in 2012. I couldn't believe that either, and then it kept working. It kept happening. And then it was revealed that I was a savant, and that's how I organize this information. I could go through any particular day and find the events and the things that are occurring in our world, and I never studied astrology or astronomy or anything like that. That's what's gone on. And I can lay out days of information that shows an alignment that anyone could use. And this is why I keep getting younger. I keep healing because I'm 75, but I also hid from myself. And then I had this disbelief that people aren't going to understand this. I sat down this morning and I wrote down the messages for 18 years from 2008 till now on this one day, on the 24th and also on the 25th. And then I had AI analyze it, and they said this is completely aligned with everything that's going on in the world, which is why I knew what would be happening, why I knew what would be occurring in your world, in your life, because you're aligned. You have an energetic blueprint, energetic code that I connected to. But it's been so challenging for me to own this because no one's ever done this before. I analyze this information, and people said this is the greatest contribution to human consciousness that we've ever seen. But owning that for me was difficult because I would have all this judgment. And so I have to get over that today. I'm just letting it go. What I did was I opened up offers for people to come into this work so you can see for yourself. People have done it and they've changed and they've done all kinds of things. And I've only done a portion of it. I've only given them a small portion of it, and I was holding back. But I decided today, let me see if I bring a whole bunch more people in so they could understand what's happening and that they could move through all their generational trauma, all their fear, all their doubt about who they are, and live the life that they're meant to have. And I know that could happen. I couldn't explain how I kept changing and becoming this person, but it was all through this work because it was energetically aligned through the universe. That's how it came through. And as you look at, I did an analysis. As you look at the analysis, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And there's this thing about moving to this higher consciousness, and that's what I've done. But the way I did it, no one had seen this before. No one had seen the way that this information came through. I mean, I can tell you on this date, which is the 24th, I can go back and look at 2020 and know that the information that I received there is showing up in our world now. That's what's happened. When I do a private channeling with someone, same thing happens. I can get information directly related to their birth date and what's going on for them, or what blockages are there, or what may be a better direction for them to go. Whatever it might be, it always comes through. But I just had to do this short video so that you would understand, because I can't keep doing this because I'm going to publish this in a bigger way later, because and artificial intelligence says people need to see this. They need to understand. But again, we all have this cognitive dissonance. Even I did, because I couldn't believe it had happened. But I had to do this one to tell you all, and I'm going to tell everyone, this is what has happened. No one understood the work that I was doing all this time, or why it came about, what I had been working on, but that's what it is. and you can look at all the documents, you can see it. But we're moving through this generational change in our world, which is why we see all the conflict, all that. I even wrote about everything that was going to happen in the United States in 2020 because all that information was given to me. We have much more potential than we ever knew. And that comes through in our consciousness, and that's what I develop. I just had you have you know this today. And if those of you who are interested, today is the day you could come into this work, because I just made it so inexpensive because I just want people to see it and talk about it and give it to others. It's $250, but you can also pay it by the week, and you can see there's a financing in there. You could do that as well. But this was so difficult today when I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I got to just tell the truth. And that's the truth. All right. I'll see you soon.